What happened in that third quarter that really allowed them to pull away?
Turnovers. We had, I think, 11 turnovers for 16 points at halftime. Kind of emphasized that, taking care of the ball, and being in a tie game, giving up 16 of their 57 off of turnovers, live ball turnovers. Tried to come out and do a better job and did worse. Had 34 points off our turnovers, and that spree, I think, of about 5 turnovers in a row, live ball, kind of blew it open.
They had 70-plus points in the paint tonight. Just what was kind of some of the struggles with defending interior?
Breakdowns off the dribble. Williams and certain guys, beating us repeatedly, and then the turnovers that create breakout layups. We weren't great on the glass either, but really our one-on-one defense was poor, and turnovers didn't help that.
What do you think the culprit of the turnovers was? Just carelessness with the ball? Or,
Yeah, I would say more than that. They didn't trap a lot or do anything fancy. It wasn't like, they were trying to make plays a lot. We're just driving a little bit into the crowd and missing some outlets, drop passes, a little bit of everything, all the above. But that's not a team that forces a ton of turnovers. And at times when we have multiple handlers, seems like we get sped up and kind of compounds.
It's a tough offensive night for Ahmed after a couple of good performances. Just where did you see some of his struggles tonight?
Missing some easy shots early, not being aggressive on his drives, not looking at the basket. But it wasn't just him. Other than Jabari and Kevin, Aaron a little bit off the bench. It was a no-show for a lot of guys. And when you're having guys out like we have with Alperin and Steven and some guys missing Tari, whoever, you need more from others, and to your point, a poor night from a lot of guys.
when you have those big guys out, how much does that change your identity? It seems like it kind of keeps you from playing the type of ball that you guys want to play, you don't have the bigs.
Somewhat, but, the depth isn't there. Obviously, two of your two main, starting backup center, you have Clint there still, but, we didn't impose our will as far as that and our physicality, no doubt. But there's still enough to go around. Kevin Jabari had a good one. Our man had a great one last night, and Reed and and some guys just didn't have the best tonight. And so that's where we rely on our depth and rely on other guys to do it. It doesn't have to be the same way every night. And obviously, you're missing a few, but no excuse there.
I know it's your first look at them in a while. How different do they look from the teams you've been used to facing when you've come up against Dallas in the past?
Yeah, different in the sense of, it doesn't feel like the same size with all their bigs out there. They're playing a little playing faster for sure. And and Nemhart and some guys are dictating that. So it's a little bit different, more traditional, I guess you say. But still some big wings and bigs inside, just missing Gaffer, Lively. Some other guys that are injured, I think it's a little bit different. They just played at a faster pace, and especially when we turn it over.
All right.
Appreciate you, Coach.